Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and actually I am doing my first layout for Boston today. And just to give you an idea of what I'm working on, probably over the next year, because it's going to take me forever, I have a ton of trips that I haven't scrapped yet. I'm still working on Prague and Munich, which was from summer of 2018. And then for 2019, I have quite a few things. I have Boston, New York, Philly, and Denver. So it's all domestic travel from 2019, but of that, I've done zero. So I have a lot to do coming up. So Boston is starting here. It is going to be a 6x12 album. I debated for a while, did I want to go back to 6x8? But I took so many photos that I just don't think that's possible. It's going to have to be 6x12 in order to fit in all the photos. So here is my first layout I'm working on, and this was about getting ready to go in the packing part. So I have a picture of my suitcase partially done here. And then I picked out two pieces of background paper, and I can't decide which one I want. I kind of like this one because it's more neutral. It matches with more things, or at least goes with more things in the photo. But I kind of like this one too because of that intense blue and a little bit of purple in there, which I have purple here. I have blue peeking out of my shelf, and I have it here in this card. I know I want to use this card. It has orange, which is unusual, and my suitcase actually has orange detail, so I have to use that. But I'm not sure which of these works better, so I'm going to just play around, mess around, see what I can do with them. And then I also need a card for down here. I have nothing. I don't have another photo, and I don't have a card at the ready, so that will be a challenge too. So as I've been looking at this, I have a feeling I might end up having to go with a black and white card down here just because there are some weird colors in here already, and I just don't know what else I'm going to do with it. So I think I'm going to go with the blue up top to bring in some of that intense color that I like, and I will probably put this off center like that so that it leaves me room to do an embellishment, maybe some washi, who knows what I'll end up there, but at least it gives me some room to work with as I start. So I've adhered the photo to this background, but I happened to kind of look to the right on my desk, and I saw these chipboards sitting here, and I wasn't planning to use these, but I'm going to see if I can work in this one that says "This is the Life," because it is purple, which I have. It's a lighter purple, but I think it'll work somewhere because travel is life to me. Travel is my favorite thing. That's why this channel shows travel scrapping, because that is what I love in life. I only work so that I can travel. Pretty much, I'm going to pay my bills and I want to be able to travel. So I want to use that. I'm just not sure how I'm going to work that in yet. All right, so I pulled out a bunch of travel embellishments I have, and in this pack, I was looking at what I could use, and I liked this piece, which is this one right here. And I like it because it's got kind of an unusual shape. If I could pick it up here, it's rounded on two sides, pointy on the other two sides, just square, which is interesting. You don't normally see that. And the blue is a pretty close match to the blue that's in there. And since my background is blue, it blends in a little, and then covering up some of this tones down that kind of wild background, which I'm just fine with. The only thing I'm noticing is that I probably will ink around these edges because it tends to just blend in with it being just flat white. So I probably will ink with something. I'm not exactly sure what color that will be yet, but I'll figure it out. For inking the edges of that, I've decided to go with an orange tone since I've got orange elsewhere, and I think it'll really jump out from the background, but I'm not sure which of these to use. This one's lighter, and it's actually a peach. I don't think I've ever used this one yet. I bought it. This is the newer style of Stampin' Up! Inks a while ago. It looks pretty new yet, so I don't know that I've tried it. I will do a test run first just to see which one I like better. This is more of the standard orange that I'm used to, but it's very bright, and I don't know if that's going to be too much, even if it's just on the edge. So I will try both, and I'll see what I like. So I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up well, but this is the Peekaboo Peach here. This is that brighter orange. I don't think you can tell much of a difference when it's on the edging. I'm going to go with the peach just because I think maybe it's a tad softer, but really not by much. All right, I inked it, I adhered it, it's now stuck to the card. So that is on there. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add anything else yet. I might. But when I was off camera, I actually came up with an idea for this pocket. I didn't even look through the cards that I have, like maybe for black and white, like I had mentioned. I think I'm actually going to take this piece of paper that I couldn't decide about up here and still use it. I'm just going to make my own card for down below. And it does bring in some kind of wild patterns, but I like that. It was kind of a wild trip, and I think it sets a nice tone at the beginning. So I can use this, I can bring in this purple element probably over here, so it's diagonal from this purple. And then I remembered I had this stamp set, and it's all about packing. And I think I've only used maybe 2 stamps on here so far, but my plan is to use a bunch of these little category stamps in there. Probably use the suitcase one, although I just realized that might look cool, stamping it on the photo itself. You know what though? Maybe I'll switch these so that when I stamp it's over here. I'm not sure if I like the white under the white. I'll have to play with that and mess around. Maybe I'll have to stamp but put it on a label or something. I did the stamping. I found a purple label. It's not exactly the same purple as these, but variations of it, and that's fine. So I stamped it on there. Now I'm just going to put a little staple in here, and then that photo is done. Now I just have to work on my stamping and then placing my embellishment on the bottom card. So here's the card after I did the stamping that I wanted. So that's all done. And by the way, if you like this stamp set, I believe it's from Studio Calico, is it? No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It is Kelly Perky. Packing List, it's called 2018. Sorry, almost said the wrong thing there. So I don't know if it's still available, but if you like it, that's the name and who makes it. Then I think I'm just going to add this embellishment here. And these just peel off. These are from Cocoa Daisy, so they're self-adhesive already. So I think maybe I'll do it like right, well, I don't want it right under the suitcase, but maybe off center a little bit, like maybe right there. How does that look? Yes, I don't mind that these are kind of on top of each other in terms of design layout, because then I have the visual triangle happening because I've got a little purple over there. So when I'm looking at this, I feel like I need something else up here, maybe just overlapping. I don't know that I have any purple enamel dots, but I must have something. I'm going to go in search of what other little thing I can add there, and then I'll be back. I actually decided to add this orange label here, and then I'm going to stamp something in it. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I have 2 containers like these. If you've never seen these, I got these on scrapbook.com, but they are clear folders in a container, and then you just drop your acrylic stamps in there. I have 2 of these filled with travel related stamps, so I will find a phrase that will fit in there. For stamping on that label, I've decided to use this set. This is an old one, also from Kelly Perky, and I'm going to use this one that says Getaway. All right, I have put everything into the pockets after I finished that last bit of stamping, so I will give you a close-up. So there's the top, there's the middle section, and there's the bottom with the card that I made myself. Very simple, but I'm happy with it. So this is my first layout done for Boston. Woo! Thanks for watching, everyone.